Claude Puel does decide to rest and rotate tonight. 7 changes for Leicester from the weekend. Danny Ward has started every tie so far in this cup run. He's in goal tonight. With Johnny Evans suspended and Ben Chilwell injured, options are limited at the back, so rare starts for Turkish defender Şalar Sayuncu and for Danny Simpson. 21-year-old midfielder Hamza Chowdhury comes in along with Vicente Iborra. Jamie Vardy is not risked tonight. He has a groin injury, so former Manchester City striker Kelechi Iheanacho is the man to lead the line with Algerian winger Rachid Ghazal, the final change from the defeat at Palace. Pep Guardiola said there's no question of Manchester City taking this lightly despite the injuries and their heavy schedule. He does make 8 changes. No surprise to see Ederson get a rest. Aro Muric has started in the Carabao Cup so far. John Stones and Alexander Zinchenko come into the defence in 2 of the 6 changes from the side that started against Everton. For the first time since he limped off against Fulham in the last round 6 weeks ago, Kevin De Bruyne back in the City starting 11. He's joined by a debutant, 17-year-old Eric Garcia. Is a centre-half by trade who may well be asked to play in the holding role in the absence of Fernandinho. Riyad Mahrez starts on his return to the King Power Stadium, and there is a return for Sergio Aguero after 5 games out, who plays in this competition for the first time since the final last season. Manchester City in the light at home to Lyon. Here's Diaz now as they look to open the door. Chowdhury sliding in. Need any reminder of what Mahrez can do from a situation like this. It is De Bruyne to take it.
Well, it seems as if the City attackers there on the edge of the 6-yard box didn't expect the ball to come in. They all kind of stopped. They're expecting De Bruyne to shoot. No one really makes an effort to get to the ball. Leicester were brave. They held a very high defensive line. I'm sure the offside flag would have gone up if Aguero or Stones had scored there.
Here's the pace of Gray for the first time, and look at him leaving Kyle Walker in his way. Super work this from Gray. And back chant from the Manchester City fans away to our right-hand side. This is De Bruyne. And that is Kevin De Bruyne announcing his return in typically classy style. 40 minutes on the clock. Manchester City hit the front.
Oh, you might look at the positioning of Danny Ward, the Leicester goalkeeper, but this is so clever from De Bruyne. The way he moves the ball onto his right foot. I think usually a player in this position will be shooting to the goalkeeper's left, but he just closes his foot on it and whips it towards the near post, and that means Danny Ward can't get across to make the save. The ball zips off the surface. There's no way you're going to save that. It's the intelligence of De Bruyne. Of course, the strike of the ball is so clean, but knowing where to strike that ball is key, and City have dominated the opening.
Kelechi Iheanacho hoists it over the Manchester City goal.
Well, he only has really 2 options, either to play Demarai Gray back in or shoot. There's so little to work with in the opening half an hour. He's probably always going to drop the shoulder and try and whip that into the top corner, but he's way off target. Takes a deflection. It might just be hitting the post and going wide, but the
Diaz wanted to take it on himself, and Mahrez blazes over.
Leicester trying to keep a high line here and catch City offside, but the timing of the forward runs this time from Diaz absolutely spot on. Fuchs does just about enough here. He knows what Mahrez is looking to do and makes it as difficult as he can for him. It's vital that Leicester don't concede a second, because you know, this early stage it could be game over.
Pops it up well for Christian Fuchs. The comeback for Ndidi. Here is Maddison into Gray. King Power Stadium. There's Riyad Mahrez. It's a lovely touch into De Bruyne. Maguire across, and here's Mahrez, the old Leicester City boy, finding Aguero, who can finish it here. Went for the early shot, and Ward got down well to keep it out.
That's a great save from Ward, but all stems from Soyuncu giving the ball away so cheaply, jabbing it into midfield. His teammate was under pressure. De Bruyne slides in. That is such a poor ball, a risky ball, and he's the one that plays Aguero on side when the forward ball comes. Danny Ward gets his angles absolutely right. It's a good save. With Aguero in this position, you would have banked on him, tucking it away, making it 2-0 and killing the game off. Danny Ward has kept Leicester in it.
On on the road to victory against Arsenal. Gray now for Leicester City. Ibора's in there.
Well, he's a big lad, Ibora, but Kyle Walker does extremely well here. He's just looking to put Ibora off. It's not a foul. He's goal side of him, his position's good defensively, just leans into him as Ibora makes his move. Just makes it very hard for Ibora to get to the ball. That's how to defend without actually touching the ball. Experience from Kyle Walker.
And they need to keep it tight at the other end. Aguero. Spies Soyuncu, it's come to Gray. Back to Maddison. Floats it in there. Maguire got to it. Chowdhury. Slides it in beautifully for Diaz. Diaz goes himself. He had other. Now we dearly love his finale at Leicester to be a success in this competition. They'll take their time to assess this one. Maddison rolls it in cleverly. Iheanacho. Well, you felt he might have taken that first time. He's looking for a rather optimistic penalty.
That's Kevin De Bruyne, who's got back goal side. He's definitely onside. Iheanacho is the ball is played. It's De Bruyne who does really well. There isn't a foul in there. You see De Bruyne looking down at Iheanacho saying, why have you gone to ground? I certainly didn't catch it. Nothing in that. Better sharp movement, quick thinking from Iheanacho. Gets him into a decent position.
Into Aguero. Now Foden. Mahrez. Oh, it was all teed up for a vintage Mahrez strike, but he's put it over.
It's clever from Phil Foden. He knows he's not going to score himself, so he just rolls this ball with just about the right weight on it to encourage Mahrez to take the shot on. Intelligence of these City players to bring the best out of their teammates. Exactly what Foden does here. A whisker away.
Over the top for Albrighton! A fine finish to level the scores. Mark Albrighton blasts through Puel's side, right back into it here. 1-1.
Well, you have to credit the Leicester boss for making changes, for sending on Maddison, sending on Albrighton. But it's really poor. Zinchenko is called ball watching. You've got to track the run, you've got to stay goal side. You can see Albrighton making his move. That's not good enough. To take nothing away from Albrighton. Great first touch to set himself.
Gundogan, Foden gliding forward. Foden looking to finish, and Chowdhury again making the challenge this time. It's one without question.
He's put so much work into the game. You can get a little bit sloppy. You can go to sleep. That's what happens here. He's actually outside the area anyway, but didn't look the greatest challenge you've ever seen. Does he get anything on the ball?
It's a City move. Can they have an end product to it? Mahrez.
Well, the hand is up in apology. He's going for goal here. He should really be pulling the ball back. He's got 3 or 4 teammates waiting for that pullback. I think it's his former club, wants to get on the score sheet. Jesus is in there, he's got Gundogan stepping off towards the penalty spot, maybe slightly selfish.
Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Walker again, hasn't kept it in. Maddison. Second yellow card for Manchester City, and this is why Gundogan's picked it up.
It's a clear foul, clear yellow card, but James Maddison's made such a difference. He's always available to take the ball into his feet. He's given so that ability to get up the pitch with
the season, which means that in a couple of moments when we come back, we will have penalty kicks. Now the keeper. Short run up from the German international. And again. He's put it over. And he scored Manchester City's second penalty. Maddison, well, he had one of those. Another stuttering run up, but this time. And another. Zinchenko match. Well, Andy, they crumbled in the penalty shootout.
They've only got themselves to blame, really. Poor penalties. Was it the pressure? Did that get to them? But you're right, they worked so hard to get back into the game. But it happens in penalty shootouts. The pressure is so great. They buckled. And Zinchenko, what a penalty to win it.
So Manchester City cruise on looking for their 4th League Cup in 6 seasons. It's City who thrive. Of the Manchester variety, they are through to the semi-finals.
They